I've been hearing all about AWS Lambda, but what is it?
AWS Lambda lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers. There is no charge when your code is not running. You pay only for the number of times your code is triggered and the time, in units of 100 milliseconds, required to run it. Amazon S3, DynamoDB, Kinesis, SNS, and other AWS services can trigger Lambda to run code to process data in real time. Your code runs in response to every trigger within milliseconds, scaling automatically and precisely with the size of the workload. Lambda makes it easy to create mobile and IoT backends, as well as web applications. Just write the code and Lambda takes care of running it.
What happens to my code?
AWS Lambda automatically runs your code without requiring you to provision or manage servers. Just write the code and upload it to AWS Lambda.
What benefits do I get from using AWS Lambda?
Among many benefits, you have no servers to manage or maintain, and you never pay for idle servers. The service scales automatically to match the incoming load, and you get sub-second metering.
Can you tell me how to trigger my code?
You can use AWS Lambda to execute code in response to triggers, such as changes in data, shifts in system state, or actions by users. AWS Lambda can be directly triggered by AWS services, such as Amazon S3, Amazon DynamoDB, Amazon Kinesis, Amazon Simple Notification Service, SNS, and Amazon CloudWatch, allowing you to build a variety of real-time data processing systems.
What about peaks in demand? How does AWS Lambda handle the performance of my code?
AWS Lambda automatically scales your application by running code in response to each trigger within milliseconds. Performance remains consistently high regardless of the frequency of triggers. This is because your code runs in parallel and processes each trigger individually, scaling precisely with the size of the workload.
Do I have to learn a new language or framework to use AWS Lambda?
With AWS Lambda, there are no new languages, tools, or frameworks to learn. You can use any third-party library, even native ones. AWS Lambda supports Java and Node.js code, with support for other languages coming in the future.
Okay, so how much does it cost to use?
With AWS Lambda, you are charged for every 100 milliseconds your code executes, and the number of times your code is triggered. You don't pay anything when your code isn't running.
So how do I get started with AWS Lambda?
Simple. You can sign up and get started within minutes by visiting the AWS Management Console. Let me show you how easy it is to use AWS Lambda by taking you through a quick demo.
That would be great, thanks.
The first thing we're going to do is create a Lambda function that will log the file type of files uploaded to an Amazon S3 bucket. On the AWS console, select Services and select Lambda. Then click Get Started Now. In the Lambda New Function page, enter the following. Step 1. In the Select Blueprint section, select S3 Get Object. Step 2. In the Configure Event Sources section, leave the default settings and click Skip. Step 3. In the Configure Function section, enter the function name and description. In the Lambda function code section, select Edit Code Inline for the code entry type. In the Lambda function handler and role section, select the *S3 execution role. Click Allow in the IAM window that pops up, and the new role name will appear in the role field. In the Advanced Settings section, change the timeout value to 5. Step 4. In the Review section, click Create Function to create the Lambda function.
So, it's that simple to create a Lambda function?
Yes. Just remember to ensure that all function details are correct before you proceed to click the Create Function button. After we have created the Lambda function, the next step is to create an Amazon S3 bucket and add it as an event source to the Lambda function. Click Services, and then select S3. Click Create Bucket. In the Create a Bucket Select a Bucket Name and Region page, enter the following. Bucket name. Choose a unique name for your test bucket. Select Create. Return to Lambda console by selecting Services and then Lambda. In the Lambda Functions page, under Function Name, click the S3 function name to select it. Click the Event Sources tab. Click the option Add Event Source. In the Add Event Source page, enter the name of our S3 bucket. Set the event type to Object Created, and set Enable Event Source to Enable Now. Click Submit.
Wow, that's really easy to follow.
Yes, absolutely. Now that we have created our Amazon S3 bucket and connected the Lambda function to it, we just upload a file to trigger a call to the Lambda function. Select Services and then select S3. Select the bucket name you have chosen in Step 11. Click the Upload tab. In the Upload Select Files and Folders page, select Add Files and select a file to upload. Double-click on the file. Select Start Upload. After the file has been uploaded to our bucket, we can view the monitoring data for our Lambda function by using Amazon CloudWatch.
Okay, great. Can you show me how to do that?
Return to the Lambda console by selecting Services, and then click Lambda. In the Lambda Functions page, under Function Name, click S3 Function. In the Lambda Functions S3 Function page, select the Monitoring tab. Click View Logs in CloudWatch above the graphs. In the Log Groups, Streams for AWS Lambda S3 function page, select the first log stream available. The event data contains information about the function call, which includes the request ID, the duration it took in milliseconds, the build duration, memory size of the function, and the maximum memory that the function used, as well as the content type entry that the function wrote into the log, showing that the Lambda function was called.
Wow, that's awesome. Where can I try it out?
Go to run.quicklabs.com to try it out with a free self-paced lab. While you're there, check out the other free AWS introduction training to learn about more AWS products and services. You can play around without having to open an account.